being a Scot and being a fighter, well, how does that equate to both of you?
Oh, well, have you seen the film Braveheart? What's happening? I just think this is like Moses parting the Red Sea here as we just walk down Buchanan Street. Like, everybody get the f*** out of our way. We're coming, we've got to Braehead Arena. Cage Warriors 171. If you're not there, where the f*** are you?
My name's Chris Bungard, my record's 19-8. I fight out of Scottish Hit Squad and my nickname's the Bad Guy. In my Cage Warriors debut, I fought Brazilian Eric da Silva, 31 professional wins or something. I was mega experienced, jiu-jitsu black belt, in Wales in a heat wave in the hottest day of the year. Wow man, 3-round war, grappling exchanges, elbows, both ears cut. That was like, I'd say probably the hardest fight in my career just because of the exhaustion and the heat. To get the nod in that war set me on my way in Cage Wars, but it was mental. I ended up fighting George Hardwick for the title in 2 weeks' notice because Gavin Hughes pulled out, so then my fight got moved to London. I didn't like no crowd in the BT because I fight off the energy and I thrive off the energy, so I need that crowd. So then for the Gavin Hughes fight in sold out Manchester, the BEC, then you got to see the real Chris Bungard. I felt another war, the fans loved it, Manchester was going crazy, crescent kicks, blood everywhere. I prefer a first round finish, but it's good to know that you have got that in the tank. My last fight against Perry Goodwin in another sold out venue in Newcastle was fairy tale stuff, to be fair. Like, Perry was a perfect dance partner. The walkout, the fight, the finish, the crowd celebration, it was absolutely perfect. I still watch it every now and then.
This is locked on beautifully, it's his hand. I think the tap's going to come from the elbow. And there was the tap, and it's
The roar for the crowd when the submission goes in is unbelievable. It's like a football match, like somebody scoring a goal, that's what it sounded like. And watching that back, I get buzzing, and then you're like, this is why I do it. I feel like I've been fighting a lot all over the UK and Europe and stuff like that, and I just feel like my journey in my career is just telling one big story. One I'm proud of, win, lose or draw, I regret nothing. Saturday, it should be the perfect ending of a journey. It finally came to Glasgow, finally came home, and I would trade every single win in my career, put them all together. I would trade it all just to get my hand raised on Saturday. It means that much to me.
My name's Brian Gallagher. I am the head coach and the owner of Scottish Hit Squad Gym, and I've known Chris his whole MMA career. When MMA first came to Scotland, it was pretty much a little bit messy. There was people doing a bit of boxing, a bit of jiu-jitsu, and now we're seeing the whole development of the sport where everybody's well-rounded, and now they're blending it all in, and it's great to see. There's so much raw Scottish talent under one card.
Well, the fighting's in our blood. We're Scottish. We used to fight for our land, fight for our country, and you've got that gladiator mindset. It's the closest thing you've come to back in the Highland days fighting, basically, is fighting in an octagon against another man.
There's a lot of gyms that will have fights against each other at an amateur level, but at this level, at professional level, we should all come together.
It's almost like Scotland versus the rest of the world, and in my opinion that's the way it should be. It's a big night for us, a big night for Scottish MMA, and if we can all perform to the best and we all come away with a win, then it's a win for the country as well.
If you look at football, like the national team's absolutely on fire right now. Like, there's no reason why we can't do that in MMA and make Scotland a world-class nation. Like, everywhere we go, we always take over the joint. We've always got the loudest crowd, most noise, best support. It's only fair that we get treated to a Scottish home show. First time in 11 years as well. Again, I'm absolutely buzzing for it, are you?
Aye. We've been screaming for it. They had to listen to us at one point, and the crowd he brings, the crowd I bring, it was just a matter of time, and I think the timing is perfect for both of us.
As a nation, we've always got our backs up against the wall. We're always underdogs, and we've all got tough fights. We've all got extremely tough fights.
Especially me and you.
Yeah, I know.
That's why we're main event and co-main event, bro.
I'm fighting a former UFC veteran called Cameron Else. I want to stay away from any cliches. I just want to put on an absolute MMA masterclass and outclass a guy that was deemed good enough for the UFC and show that I'm ready for that level.
Hide that guy and all. I'm up against a guy called Dimitri Gerlin. on the night. I see the fight going a few different ways in my mind, but you never know when I get in there. I don't even know. I don't think he'll know what I'm doing, because half the time I don't know what I'm going to do in there. So expect the unexpected, expect some blood, some elbows.
He's clearly dangerous, good grappler, clearly got power, even in the third round where you think the power goes a wee bit, but he's getting the finishes in the third round, especially in Rome as well. He's really good everywhere, to be fair. He does make mistakes like everybody, but I could get knocked out. That's the worst case scenario because he's power, but I'm Chris Bungard. He's got to really have to kill me or put my lights out to beat me on Saturday night.
The crowd in Glasgow will come with a huge response. I think you're going to see a wild night, and it's not one to be missed.
When it comes to fighting, it pulls the country together in one direction. So I want everybody that's in that arena tonight to lose their every time a Scottish fighter makes a walk, or every time a Scottish fighter finishes a fight or gets his hand raised. I want the crowd just to go mental, like a Champions League night at Parkhead or Ibrox, or a Scottish night in Hampden.
Every punch, every takedown, every bit of momentum, let's go mental.
I'm going to give everything I can, and I can only see it going one way if that happens.